excoriated the Obama administration and Joe Biden's son, saying that has tremendous problems with Joe Biden's son and the Ukraine. And I heard Schiff is going, no, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. But he talked about it.
There's President Trump jumping all over this week's closed-door deposition of senior State Department official George Kent. This, as Fox News confirms, that Kent testified he raised concerns back in 2015 about Hunter Biden's dealings in Ukraine, but was ultimately ignored. That's right, ignored by the Obama-Biden administration. Joining us now live to discuss, former DOJ official and senior legal fellow at the Conservative Heritage Foundation, Hans von Spakovsky. Good morning, Hans.
Good morning, Ed.
So is this why Adam Schiff doesn't want transparency for these closed-door situations? Because some of these witnesses are actually making the president's case.
Oh, no, I think that's exactly what's going on. And this is just more evidence that there needs to be a law enforcement investigation of the vice president's possible abuse of the powers of his office to both enrich his family and to stop any prior investigation of it. I mean, I just find it unbelievable and, frankly, shocking.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that the president and his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, for some time now, have been raising questions about Hunter Biden's business dealings? And the Biden campaign, we're going to get to their statement in a moment, they've been lashing out saying this is all, hokum and there's no there, if you will. And meanwhile, here's a career State Department official testifying under oath that, look, there were problems with this in 2015.
Well, look, Hunter Biden had absolutely no experience whatsoever in the energy industry, and suddenly he's given a job on the board of a Ukrainian energy company being paid $50,000 a month. Look, we all know why he got that job was because his father was the vice president and was in charge of diplomatic efforts and foreign aid issues in the Ukraine. That's a clear conflict of interest.
And Hans, in fact, there have been some reports that it's over $80,000 a month that Hunter Biden was being paid, so it might be even more dramatic. I want to be fair to the Biden campaign, as I mentioned. Their statement to Fox News, Donald Trump's unprecedentedly corrupt administration is melting down, they say, because of the scandal he touched off by trying to get Ukraine to lie about Joe Biden. On Joe Biden's watch, the campaign says, the U.S. made eradicating corruption a centerpiece of our policies toward Ukraine, including achieving the removal of an inept prosecutor who shielded wrongdoers from accountability. That's referring back to that video we've all seen about Joe Biden basically saying, I fired the SOB in Ukraine. And the president's raised questions about, well, were you doing that to get the heat off Hunter Biden? The Biden campaign says, no, this prosecutor wasn't doing enough about corruption. What say you?
What I say is that there clearly needs to be a current, open law enforcement investigation by our Justice Department of what exactly happened. It's hard to reconcile what Biden admitted doing about that particular prosecutor when you realize that apparently that particular prosecutor was investigating the Ukrainian energy company that had given this sweetheart deal to Hunter Biden. Why is the Biden camp and why are Democrats so against actually investigating that potential wrongdoing?
Yeah, and why was the Obama State Department raising questions about Hunter Biden in 2015 before Donald Trump was even in office, before Rudy Giuliani was raising these questions? Hans, we really appreciate you coming in with your insights. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks for having me.